My name is Dillon. I teach 6th grade ELA at KIPP Academy. I've been teaching at KIPP Academy for 7 years now. I started as a tutor as a college student, and then I started working at KIPP as a capital teaching resident in 2011. With my certification, I've continued teaching as a special education teacher and 6th grade English teacher. Some characteristics of KIPP that make it unique are definitely the focus we put on having a rigorous curriculum to prepare our students for high school and college. When other teachers come to visit our school, they always mention the rigor of the assignments, the difficulty of the lessons, and the way we support kids to make sure they're really meeting the high standards that we have set for them. Our school leadership helps every teacher in our building become the best they can be, especially through individual check-ins. I work with both my principal and our literacy coach every single week to break down student work, analyze observations that my coach has done of me weekly, and just look forward to make every unit and lesson the best it can be. We've really focused this year on making sure that we engage with our families to leverage their strengths in helping every student achieve their best at KIPP. This year, we have already worked with the KIPP Parent Organization, or KPO, on some dances, field trips, and really making sure that parents are aware of parent-teacher conferences and grades and our student incentive system and paychecks. And we've really been able to improve the rate at which parents feel engaged and are aware of how well their kids are doing at school.
My name is Brianna Robinson. I teach 7th and 8th grade special education English. I have 4 years total of teaching experience. My first year was with the Capital Teaching Residency Program, and the next 3 years was here at KIPP Academy. Some characteristics of the school that make it unique is that we're just a huge team and family. My personal story is also very unique with the school. I started here in 2001 as a 5th grader, and I've came full circle to now teach here, to now being able to teach here. This school is all about team and family. We feel comfortable here, our students feel safe. We're always excited to teach, and our students are super excited to learn, and they know when they come into the building and they're walking into arms with love and just high expectations for them to succeed in school and outside of school. My school leadership supports me in many ways, from observations in the classroom to having one-to-one meetings weekly to talk about things that I see are improving, to talk about areas of growth that I have, as well as just some of the great experiences with the students. They really challenge me to push myself with building relationships with families, students, and also just finding new ways to be creative in the classroom to help students enjoy learning. Well, being a special education teacher, it's really important for me to make sure that I'm engaging with the families of my students. In different ways that I engage is one, through the paycheck system. I make sure to communicate a lot of the things that they're doing great in class through the paychecks. It's a way for the parents to see their grades weekly, as well as what is going on in class. We can also add comments if I want to a certain student's paycheck to give them a great shout out or to give them an area of growth. Another way that we communicate is through phone. All of our students have our work cell phone numbers. They can call us if they're having questions from their homeworks. Their parents also feel very comfortable calling to ask about how they're doing in school. And lastly, we also always invite parents to come in and check out the school and see, how things are going. They can come and sit in our class, or they can come during lunch, and it's a time just for us to get to know the parents, and the parents to feel comfortable within the school.
My name is Dawn Johnson, and I teach all grades, so 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th, and I teach string orchestra program here. I have about 9 years. This will be my 9th year of teaching experience here at KIPP Key Academy. Teaching experience in general dates back several years. I started teaching actually strings when I was in high school. I opened up my own private studio at my mother's home, and I also teach at various music festivals around the country. I'm also a member of the DC Youth Orchestra team that's right down the street at Eastern High School, and I also still to date run my own private studio out of my home. So I have many different places that I teach, and many years of teaching experience under me, music teaching experience under me, but 9 years specifically here at Key Academy. Some characteristics of KIPP Key Academy that make the school unique are access to high quality arts education programs. Every year we expand upon our arts education programs. We have some really wonderful professionals who come in and who are a part of our staff, our full-time staff, bringing their knowledge and expertise in the fields that they work in to our young people. We have a really robust orchestra program, string orchestra program. We have a really robust dance program, a vocal music program at the elementary school, general music programs. There are also some high quality theater programs that are happening over at the high school. And so with all of us working together to bring quality arts instructions to our students, it provides them with a much more well-rounded education and also prepares them to be really active, civic-minded, engaged members of their own communities as well. It's a great question. Our school leadership supports all of us to be great teachers, first and foremost by providing us with really high quality professional development opportunities, both in network and out of the KIPP DC network. So I've been very fortunate to have traveled all around the country to various performances, to various arts organizations, specifically the Sphinx organization, which is a program that caters to minority musicians in classical music. And so they run a big conference in February in Detroit called SphinxCon, where they bring in all of the top musicians and music educators from around the country to just sort of convene for 3 or 4 days of master classes and sessions that address lack of diversity in topic areas such as classical music. And so we all come together in February for a wonderful 3-day conference where we just get to network and brainstorm ideas about how to provide young people with the best opportunities to pursue life in the arts, or have the arts be a part of their life in whatever they choose to pursue. And we get to bring all of those wonderful things back to our home school. So for me, it would be KIPP Key Academy, and share all of those wonderful things that we've learned with other professionals in the field with our students right here at Key. It's a great question. Family engagement is probably the most important thing that we do here, because it's a teamwork, it's team effort between students, our administration, our families, our parents, and also our teachers. And so when we're able to all work together, that's when we can produce the best results for our students. Most specifically in terms of family engagement and even community engagement, we do daily communication of grades, which is pretty standard. But my responsibility is also to let our families know about performance opportunities that are happening in the city that students can have access to, whether it be at the Kennedy Center, whether it be a free concert, at the Yards Park on a Friday night that students can just come and just fully immerse themselves in an artistic event. Also communicating, different violin shops or music shops around the cities where parents, if they have a student who wants to rent an instrument or purchase an instrument or go out and buy some sheet music, just giving them access to those quality instrument dealers around the city as well. Also communicating other performing arts organizations in the city. Take, for example, DC Youth Orchestra program, which meets right down the street from KIPP Key Academy, just giving students more access to opportunities, local opportunities, but also, regional and national opportunities. A few years ago, we took a few students here to the Killington Music Festival out in Vermont, just one of the places where I used to teach over the summertime. And so being able to rally the support of families to fundraise the money that the students needed to make it out to Vermont was something very integral in terms of their development. I actually just ran into a couple of them at a concert at the Kennedy Center this past weekend. They never forgot that experience that they were able to partake in a few years ago. But it's through that sort of teamwork of families, communities, teachers, parents, students all working together that we can provide the most quality opportunities for our young people.